Hi Taurus, welcome to your general tarot tune-in. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. This is Tarot with Netta. This reading is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and North Node in the sign of Taurus. Grounding your reading, the High Priestess. Okay, Taurus, as always, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If the reading doesn't resonate with you, check out your other placements. Keep in mind that the roles can always be reversed and cross watchers are welcome. So Taurus, yeah. Major Arcana, the High Priestess. So you could be like keeping secrets. Somebody might be keeping secrets from you. Your intuition, your spidey senses might be very strong at this time. You might be hearing something, hearing a message come through, or your nervous system might be like rattling you. So pay attention to it. Yeah, you have a lot of major arcanas here. You have a pretty interesting reading. Okay, let's go into your challenge position, what's coming towards you and your advice. So in your challenge, you have the Temperance as a major arcana with the Three of Swords and the Queen of Cups. You could be trying to figure out how to gain some balance in a situation with the Temperance. It could be, you could be dealing with some heartbreak. Somebody might have caused you some heartbreak or a letdown with the Queen of Cups. Yeah, the Queen of Cups is Scorpio energy. So Taurus, you could be dealing with a Scorpio, but the Queen of Cups is also known as the beloved. So representing the muse, somebody that people fall in love with. Artists are very drawn to the beauty of the Queen of Cups. It's a very mesmerizing type of energy, but your heart is broken. You're being let down. There's some disappointment here, and it's in the challenge position because you've been trying to maintain some balance. You've been trying to, yeah, like be the artist, like gain some inspiration, find like some meaning in the situation, and all you're left with right now is yeah, like just some heartbreak and in the challenge position here. But you are like it's like you don't know if your heart's broken. Like this is like something that is not quite set in stone yet. It's in the challenge. It's not something that's fully realized. Yeah, with the Temperance, it's like 1 foot on land, 1 foot on water. The water representing the spiritual element, the emotional element, and the land representing the physical element. You're not quite sure like where you land in this situation. Taurus, I feel like your boundaries might have been crossed. So yeah, as I'm like sitting with your energy, I'm getting that like intuitive download that like some boundaries might have been crossed, and now you're trying to figure out like, okay, how do I regain balance? How do I stand up on both of my feet again? Okay. All right, let's go into what's coming towards you. So you have the Page of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Strength. You know, the Strength is always surrendering, like finding surrender in the situation, finding a way to release a need to control. So you are going to be tested in that way. Another major arcana. So major arcanas are, you know, faded energy. They're energy that we don't really have control over. So intuitively, yeah, you might be led to like releasing the need to control the situation. So Taurus, you are a fixed sign. You do want to control. You don't like change too much, or you don't like surprises. But with the Page of Swords and the Four of Swords here, you might be being called to like mentally rest. You could be using your words a lot. You could be trying to think a lot, you know, the Page of Swords, but I don't feel like you have enough information, logical information to analyze what's happening. Intuitively, I feel like you know, but the High Priestess also represents secrets, like things that might be withheld from you. Okay, so you might be the one holding the secrets, or you know, the person that you're dealing with, or the person in mind. Yeah, they could be like hiding something from you, so you're not quite sure, like you don't have all of the information. The pages are childlike in their development. Okay, so you know, when you're dealing with the energy of the swords, the analysis, the information, and it's childlike in manner, yeah, it's not fully developed. It's still in its developmental stages. You might only have a fraction of the picture of what's going on, and it's going to cause you, yeah, it is a nice energy because you do have the Three of Swords in your challenge position, but you might not experience like too much heartbreak. I feel like, you know, the other way that I could read this with the Three of Swords is that almost like dealing with your emotions, like with like hiding away into yourself. You know, the Queen of Cups in this deck looks like that 1950s like type of housewife, like nuclear family. You know, the husband is out smoking cigars on a yacht with his, you know, bowling pals, whatever. And the wife is just at home by herself, like plotting some type of revenge. Again, very scorpionic energy, but I feel like you're not really going to experience too much heartbreak. You're going to go into a state of like meditation or rest. I feel like instead of like crying or like getting so much into your feels, I feel like you might already be tired or over it, and you're just gonna be like, fuck it, like go to bed. You know, the Taurus, they like to lounge, they like to eat, they like to just like be in the comforts of their surroundings. So I don't feel like you're going to like shed too many tears. I think you're gonna realize like, okay, you know, my knowledge is so little of this, I'm just gonna surrender and like take a nap. Yeah, very Taurus, like very much in your energy. Okay, let's go into your advice. So the Queen of Wands is coming up. You know, you have Leo coming up twice in your reading, so you could be dealing with a Leo. But yeah, your advice with the World and the Ace of Pentacles. Wow. So this is some situation like coming to an end, coming to a close, and you could be being led to some kind of new inspiration or new gift, some type of new financial opportunity even. Yeah, a situation is definitely like closing out. A cycle is going to close out. You might yeah, gain some knowledge even from this. Like you might have Leo in your chart as well. I feel like, yeah, with this High Priestess here, it's like secrets that you might have, or like things that are held from you. I feel like with this Ace of Pentacles, like a gift is going to be received. You might receive some type of gift, some type of aha moment that's going to close out this cycle. Okay, you might be giving like a gift as well in order to like repay some type of karma, or you know, help with this closing out of a cycle. This reading is very abstract, I'm not gonna lie, but okay, again, if it resonates, that's fine. If it doesn't, that's fine too. It's very abstract. Okay, so let's get one card from the Moonology Oracle deck. Yeah, Scorpio, work through your fears, new moon in Scorpio. So yeah, the Queen of Cups here, there is a big fear with the Three of Swords of like getting your heart broken. Yeah, you don't have all the information. You want the information. You want to be the High Priestess, okay? And it's grounding your energy. So I feel like you usually are, but there potentially could be like fear, you know, taking over your energy, taking over the situation that is causing you to lose balance. So the Temperance here is in the challenge position. And again, I was getting that feeling of like boundaries being crossed, like somebody like crossing a boundary with you or vice versa. So there's just like fear of like repercussions or fear of the like heartbreak or fear of a letdown, but it's all in your head because, you know, with the Page of Swords, this is very it's not developed, you know, in like communication or ideas. It's still very new. You don't have all the information and you won't. You're gonna need to go like take a nap and like maybe you'll have some type of like prophetic dream. But I think the surrendering is going to give you the most strength, like releasing yourself to the situation rather than creating constriction and moving against the flow of the situation. Yeah, Taurus, I'm going to end the reading there. So let me know if it resonated. And I'll see you on the next one. Bye.